What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been over 2 weeks since I last uploaded, but I'm back. I am better, and it is actually New Year's Day today. I was actually filming this video last night at like 2 a.m. I got so distracted, so much like interruption and everything, and I was like super tired. I was like 10 minutes over the video, and my phone was about to die, so I was like, let me finish this video tomorrow. So yeah, I'm here, so don't mind my appearance. I kind of just like woke up or whatever. As you guys could tell by today's title, it just didn't work out. Before I get started with this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave comments down below of what you guys want to see. 2020, you guys are going to see some pranks, so, excuse me, be prepared for that. So let's just get right into this video. Before I get started, I just want to let you guys know this video is in no way, shape, or form bashing Alabama or like, stereotyping anything. I'm just speaking from, experiences, my likes, my dislikes, what I've seen, what I've witnessed, and what was different for me. Because as you guys know, I am from New Jersey, and being a Jersey girl and then going down to the Southern hospitality and moving to Alabama is a complete change. So I just want to talk to you guys and give you guys some of my opinions and what I thought about it and what I liked and what I disliked. So let's get right into it. Number one, we are going to be talking about the slang. Again, every town, every city, every state has their own little lingo and things like that. But being from New Jersey and then going down south, you just hear like a lot of like crazy things. So we're going to talk about 3 words that I've never heard of in my life until I moved to Alabama. Number 1 is reckon. Yeah. You probably were looking like, oh, what is that? So reckon means, what I found out is like how we would talk in a conversation and I would say, well, I guess so. Or I guess that bike is over there. They say, I reckon so. I reckon that bike's over there. Meaning, I guess. I guess and reckon, same thing. So yeah, I was kind of like freaked out. I was like, oh my goodness, like what is this? Whatever. That's like, again, not knocking anyone down. It was just different for me. And, people say that since I'm going to be living in Alabama, eventually I'm going to be picking up on these slangs and like using them. But me personally, I don't think I'm going to. So again, no offense to anyone who like says these things. Do you? I'm not hating. I'm just, it's just not me. Whatever. Number 2, how you would go to a Walmart or, a supermarket or anything like that. What you put your stuff in is a shopping cart, right? That's what I would think too. You know what I mean? When I found out it was called a buggy, I was shook. I was like, what? My husband would say, like, can you go get me that buggy? And at first, I had no idea what he was talking about. And when I actually visualized and he was pointing to the shopping cart, I was like, you mean the shopping cart? He's like, yeah, a buggy. So I was just kind of like, okay, this is different. So yeah, they call shopping carts buggies down there. And yeah, it was just like super different. I was just like, okay. Again, I would never say that. I'm going to continue calling it a shopping cart. So, yeah. Another one, the third one that I've heard that's like kind of different and, something I would never say is how I would say, that's right over there. That dog is right over there. Whatever. They say over yonder. I don't know if I said that right, but that's just what I've heard. Over yonder. It's over yonder. Yeah. So, yeah, they say like that. And I don't know, to me, it was just so different. Like hearing those 3 things, being raised in New Jersey, like not hearing those words at all was just like so different for me because it was like all thrown at me. Because when I first moved there, they have all like the Southern accents and, people who've lived there for like 20 years or more, that's just what they're used to. That's what they say. Again, not knocking it, just speaking into what I saw and like how it was weird and different for me. But again, I would never pick up on it. I think the only thing that like I've picked up on is obviously like when I go visit New Jersey or my family in Florida as well, they constantly say I have an accent now, which again, I thought the same thing when I moved to Alabama. Everyone there had accents. I had the New Jersey accent. So I guess like you kind of pick up on it and kind of do pick up the accent, but as you're talking, you don't hear it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was kind of another thing. I kind of liked it in a way. I kind of like that people say I have an accent now, which is like kind of cool. So yeah, again, not knocking anyone down. Those are just like 3 different like words I've heard, and yeah, it's just not for me. Y'all, I will say, But I feel like I've heard that everywhere. So I kind of feel like that's like, normal, whatever. Another thing that was different for me is the food. Again, pretty much everywhere, your typical, vacation states where you live, it's kind of like, your basic foods, your french fries, your chicken, spaghetti, all these kind of different things. When I went to Alabama, I'm going to tell you guys a few foods that I've never heard of in my entire life, which whoever's watching this, you guys may have heard them, but for me, I never heard these food names until I moved to Alabama. So number one is chicken and dumplings. Again, you guys are probably like, oh my God, this girl's crazy. That's so good, or I've heard of it. Me personally, I've never heard of it in New Jersey. I didn't really know what to expect. I'm kind of a picky eater anyway, so I was like kind of like nervous going into Alabama anyway to like try like what kind of foods they like. Chicken and dumplings, the best way I can describe it is like, it's like that big, the dumpling, or maybe like bigger, and it's kind of like a pasta texture taste or whatever, in this like sauce and like chicken. So like it's honestly like really good. I wasn't like disappointed. Another food that I've never heard of, I know you guys are probably thinking like this girl's crazy, she don't eat out enough or whatever. Chicken gizzards. Me personally, I've never heard of it. Again, I'm not trying to stereotype anything. I'm just talking about into experience of what I've saw. So chicken gizzards, me personally, I don't like them. They're gross, and a lot of people down south like eat them, I guess. So yeah, I don't like them, and I've never heard of that until I went down there. Another food is catfish. I've heard of catfish before. It's just like a lot of places we've went out to eat, or like they have like their own like catfish restaurants down there. I guess people in Alabama like catfish, which actually that didn't disappoint either because it's actually pretty good. Another food, again, in New Jersey, I feel like a lot of people, or at least like me, my family, my friends, like cornbread. And the way I usually like cornbread is, like very sweet or whatever. But in Alabama, I've had it and it's very dry, it's very bland. And I just like, wasn't a fan or whatever. So yeah, but everyone's had cornbread. But I just felt like when I went down there, I've seen it like so much more than like I normally have. So if that makes sense. Another food is fried okra. Again, I feel like I've heard of that before, but again, in Alabama, that's like really big down there, I guess, because like my husband likes it, and a lot of restaurants, they have that there. Again, that's really not my choice. I've tried it. It's not my thing. I'm not big on it. I don't like it. So yeah, that's really it for the food. I can't really think of like anything else because it's like all kind of like similar and like kind of the same, but like those kinds of foods I never heard of before. So I just want to like talk about like, the differences. And if you guys are from New Jersey watching this, you guys know pork roll. And obviously like no other state has that. So going into Alabama and not being able to eat one of your favorite breakfast sandwiches is so like heartbreaking, because whoever loves pork roll knows what I'm talking about, and people in Alabama do not know what that is at all. So I try and describe it to them as best as I can. My husband actually did try it. So yeah, and actually speaking of breakfast sandwiches, again, I don't know if this is just an Alabama thing, and again, don't take it like, that like I'm stereotyping anything, but this is where I've only seen it happen at, so I'm just kind of like talking about it, and my husband does it a lot. I personally like ketchup on my breakfast sandwiches, like bacon, egg, and cheeses, pork, egg, and cheeses, or like any, kind of breakfast sandwich. People down there, like, for bacon, egg, and cheese or sausage, egg, and cheese, they put mayonnaise instead of ketchup. And I don't know, it just doesn't sound good. Like, that just doesn't go together. So, yeah, that was, like, another weird food combination that I saw, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. But again, everyone's different. I'm not knocking anyone down. I'm just talking about what I've seen and my experience. Another thing I want to talk about is the nightlife type of thing. I'm from New Jersey, so, the bar life and everything is, like, super lit, and it's, like, crazy, and, jam-packed, and all this stuff. And this is gonna, not really, like, say anything about New Jersey, because, again, you go to any state, you go to any downtown place, any nightlife, like, area, it's all the same, you know what I mean, in a way. It's all different in their own way, and it's the same, but it's also different because, like, again, in New Jersey versus Alabama, people look at Alabama like so southern, so they would normally or assume every bar is always country or it's just like laid back, which is not necessarily true, but in a way, for me, like I said, what I've experienced or like where I've went is kind of like that, I guess you can say. So I actually was super excited about that because like as I'm getting older, I like more like smaller pubs where it's like, like country music and, not overcrowded and you don't have to feel like you're like a sardine walking anywhere or going up to get a drink or like anything like that. So, like I said, it just depends on where you go anywhere. But for me personally, I was always so used to in New Jersey being around like tons of people, going out, waiting out on line to get in somewhere, waiting like super long to get a drink, and the dance floor being jam-packed. And I'm sure there's so many places like that in Alabama. But from experience and where I have been, it's a lot more smaller, laid back, not like too reckless or too crazy. So I was super excited about that because, again, I can't really hang like I used to. So I like a small little environment, some chill music, laid back people, and, just things like that. So now we're going to be talking about the music. Again, I know in so many different states, it's not just Alabama or any southern state. Everyone listens to country. But for me, in my experience, growing up, I've always loved rap, R&B, techno, pop, whatever. I still love all different kinds of music, don't get me wrong. But at a point, I hated country music. I had no really reason why. I don't think I really gave it a chance. Anytime I would go in like the cars with my friends and like they would have country music on, I'd be like, let me out of your car. Like, I don't like this music. Like, I don't know what it was. I just felt like it was like so corny to me, I guess. I don't know. But let me tell you, moving to Alabama and just being down south, you go in my car now, 80% of the time, I'm going to be playing country music. It is so crazy because for those of you who are watching and know me, know that like I did hate country music. And again, not stereotyping, I just didn't give it a chance, and I kind of just like was like, okay, this ain't my thing. Then I gave it a try, started expanding my options, looking at artists, listening to different music. My husband listens to it, so it just like rubbed off on me, and like I literally just love country music now. Gave it a chance, and I'm obsessed with it now, and like I feel like I listen to that more than rap now, I guess. So yeah, so I think that wraps up for this video. I just want to let you guys know and give you guys my experiences and how being a Jersey girl is super different from being an Alabama girl, I guess you guys can say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me some more ideas on what to talk about, what you guys want me to vlog, and I hope 2020 brings you guys so much health, happiness, joy, and I want to do so much more for you guys. Like I said, it is 16 days exactly until I go back to Alabama. Actually, I'm currently in Florida at my family's house right now. So I do want to get KJ involved in some of my videos. I know this video is kind of like boring, kind of short, because like I said, didn't want to stereotype and nothing is like too much different. I just want to give you guys my, perspective on it, my experience, what I've witnessed, what I've tried, what I saw, and so on. So being a New Jersey girl and transitioning into a different state that you would never think in your whole life that you would even go visit, let alone live, is like super crazy to me. So it was like completely different. So many people knew I wasn't from there when I first started there. And yeah, and also one other thing I do want to talk about, every state is different, but moving to Alabama is like super cheap versus like New Jersey. And when I like told my family and my friends like what we were paying for like our apartment and like how much like things like are paying you for like jobs and stuff like that, everyone was like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, yeah, because like the income for the housing and everything was like super low. Rent is like super cheap and everything like that. So being in New Jersey versus Alabama, I guess like Alabama is like more like comfortable and everything. And if you're doing the right thing and have the right job and just whatever, you're gonna literally live comfortable. Versus New Jersey, you, me, and all my New Jersey people that are watching this know what I'm talking about. New Jersey is super expensive. It is going insane. To live there is super expensive. So anyone from New Jersey watching this, move down south. You'll get a good job easily, and you guys will be like stress-free. So that's another thing I did want to talk about. Living in Alabama versus New Jersey is a lot cheaper, which I think everyone knows that anyway. Anywhere but New Jersey is cheaper, let's be real. But yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry for being like super like boring or like short or long. I don't know. It says like 15 minutes, whatever. Next video, I'm actually gonna like look human and like have makeup on or whatever. Drop some comments down below of what you guys want to see next. Again, I hope all you guys have a great new year, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope some of you guys can relate, whoever has lived in a different, whoever has lived in a state and like moved to a different state. Comment down below and give me your like experiences on it and tell me how it was different, because I would love to hear all about it. And I hope you guys have a great day, and please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. Again, leave me any comments of what you guys want to see next. I would love to do so much more for you guys. Have a good day.